Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
17 yards. That's good for a Vikings.
So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
2 yards on the pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
59. Hey, that QB's trash. That's lucky 50. Two. Small. Gun. Small.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Check three.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I got one. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. General West. Hey, Haywood. All day.
Locke taking the snap at 1. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 52. Hey, box truck.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, team six.
Throwing his lock on third down. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Here we go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Check. 59. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now a man who punted for the Broncos for 6 years, Britton Colquitt, on to kick it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And 12 at the 38-yard line.
Set, 8, read. Here I come. Here I come. Check 9, check 9. Pilot, 64, read. 5.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on third.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Fair. Joker. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Now.
Throwing on third and long. Block. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Rip left, rip left. 51 to Mike. 51. 300. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on second and long. Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Spencer. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Gun. Here I come. Black.
On third down, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Let's make these X3. 218.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
He's coming. Double up.
Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific, because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down. Cook, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd and 7, Lock. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Quick the edge, quick the edge. Come, come. Slam, slam. Hard, hard. Jam, jam, jam. Hey, wahoo.
Throwing now is Lock. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Ready? Hey, pick your game up. Right, Roger, Roger. You got gun. 3 down. Hey, Steamer. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. I don't even know why this. 5. 51. Mike 51. Here we go. Hot.
First down. Here's Cousins.
Here we go, D. All day defense.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get that ball. Go, Mike. Go. Mike, 51. Watch the run, Mike.
Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Gun.
Over.
Yo.
Boy.
Hey, Delta.
Check 43.
Wide.
To throw is Cousins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Will Parks.
Intercepted by the Broncos. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Watch the edge. Check it.
Look, squeeze.
Rush in. Tighten up.
Get it.
After the turnover, here's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Intermission here at a low score is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coach. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you. 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line.
Check
61. Matchbox right. Hey, Orbit.
40 to Mike. Yeah. Yeah, check. Hey.
Yo, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Locke.
Let's go, D.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Hey, alert 3.
Protein spill. Greystone travel.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Hit it.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, Zoo. Get up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. They still can't get him. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Daniil Hunter, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You draw Horford. Bravo. Check, check. Hey, lock it.
Fresno. Watch switch. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Gone.
Safe.
Smooth.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
132 fighter. Hey, Haywood. Look at me. Go. Kill. Hey, Sam off.
Switch. Kill. Alert 3.
Hey.
Here's Locke. And that's caught by Smith. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
34 is the mic.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
I got you, punk. Undercrush.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Foxtrot.
Right 34. Scoop. Come on, boy.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Hey, team 6. Leo.
Check 13.
Spin.
Shift.
Here's Locke to throw. Out to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They run again on first down. Cook. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins.
One of the advantages of zone defenses, I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try.
Hey, check. Watch that. Sponge. No. Ringo 48. Out. Hatches. 6'6". Bullet high.
They'll try and run it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
All day, every day, any day.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 24.
27, Broncos 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a give to Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the Broncos first down.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Hey, Charlie! Rock it!
Check 99! Check 99! No! Off!
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready! Send logo. Check in. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Check the backer.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Hey.
Look. Squeeze. Hey, Alpha. Yo. Go. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12. Lock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here that quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center. Because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper.
Now the ball comes loose, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
40. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
On first down, it's Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Freeman gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, a decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down.
Ready.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go. 25, check 25. Check Mike 40.
Hey, lock it.
It's a party now. Tight dog. What up?
Now Locke throwing on second down. And this one complete to Smith. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 70 yards.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Showing it.
Blue draw Corker.
Mike's 40. Here we go. Check.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. To throw it is Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Hey, wahoo!
They look to throw. It's Locke. And he rifles one incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Locke now on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by McManus is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
It's 4th down.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Wide. Go.
51's the mic.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Trying to lay one up deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check. Crunch. Go. Pilot, 64, weak. Look at me. Go. Hey, Delta. Hey, check 24. Check 52. Check. Now. Shoot.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Echo.
34's the mic.
Hey, tight. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him.
Here we go, D. Check 26. Slam.
Hey, Sam on.
Watch twist.
Lead dribble.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. He's got Smith here. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
You ready?
34. Shoot. I'm coming.
Hey, exit.
I'm coming. Let's go. Hey.
Leo.
Hey, watch the slant.
Hey, orbit.
Check 9. Hey, check Mike 34. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Joker. Watch out.
Bam.
Switch. Dude.
Hard. Hey, zoom.
He's coming. Double up.
Hey, go.
Lock now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cameron Meredith, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it to make it 27-13.
Makes the score Vikings 27, Broncos 13. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Check. Rose. Listen to me. Shift. Wait, you're hot.
Throwing here, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Minnesota, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.